Hey, so this is the second video on this channel. I'm so happy about the results from the first video. The video wasn't the greatest, but I actually got just a small handful of subscribers, and I got a few views, and it's more than I expected, and I got a few very, very nice comments. So thank you so much for those if you're watching again now. And I really think it has helped because this time I'm not really doing a lot of practicing in advance. I just turn the camera on, and I'll see if this is my first attempt today, and see if this will hold, and if I can remember what I want to say. Sorry to interrupt. I'm just on my way back now from a little walk with my camera and both of my Osmos. It stopped snowing so heavily, so before I finished editing video 2, I went out and I did a little bit of filming that I will be putting into video 3, which will probably be ready later on today. So please come back watching. I'm not doing any manuscripts. I'm just talking right off the cuff and hoping things are not too messy. So when I did the first video last week, it's about 1 week ago now, I promised that I would attempt to make another one. And I did attempt to make another one. I really did. But the result was kind of embarrassing. I'll show you in a minute, and I will tell you why it didn't work for me. But before I do that, let's talk about the equipment and the gear I have, because that's a part of my issue. I don't have very much gear. I think what I got is okay to do the filming and photography, at least now to start. What I have when I walk into the field, which is what I tried to do last week, I have a Osmo Pocket 3 camera, which I love. I just bought it on my way to the cottage last week, and I hadn't used it before. So it's a bit of a learning experience as well, but it's fairly easy to use. And I have it mounted on the tripod. I think you can actually see the tripod behind me here. Yeah, it's right there on the side. It's just a carbon tripod. It's a travel tripod. So I mount the Osmo Pocket 3 on that tripod. And when I walk out in the field, I carry that tripod in my left hand. On my right hand, I carry my camera. I don't have a camera strap. I actually forgot it at home, but I never use it. And I kind of feel like I look like a tourist. I have it around my neck, hanging there, dangling. And did I mention the last video that one of my issues is that I'm so worried about what other people think about me, about the things I do and how I look? Maybe that's one of them, but no, seriously, it's not just a tourist thing. It's just when I carry the camera in my hand, I just feel more in one with the camera, and it's so much easier to pick it up and take a shot at something. So that's good. I do, however, have this little donkey bag. I just love this bag. It was a little pricey. I picked it up just a few weeks ago, and I have it hanging around my shoulder. So if I need to walk through some tough terrain or to climb anything at all, then I can put the camera in that bag. So at least it stays a little safer than me just hanging onto it in my right hand. So that's what I got. And in addition to that, I also have a DJI Nano camera. It's a very small camera, just like this. And it's very handy because, let me just turn it on. And you can see here, if I'm filming myself, I can see what I'm doing. And you can also turn the screen around. Actually, the display works even if it's not attached to the camera. It's wireless, and I can turn the other way if I want to face the camera this way and watch what I'm doing. But also, I have this strap here with a magnet that I put around my neck, and I have it on the inside of my shirt, and then I can just clip the Nano right there. And when I stop to film or to take pictures, I can turn this on recording, and then I can see through the camera with this. I can see it through my own the screen, the LCD display on the Hasselblad. So that's good. I really like this. I'm very happy I bought it. And One of the reasons too that I bought the Hasselblad is because I like to do everything as basic as possible. I like the analog feeling with the Hasselblad. It has that kind of analog feeling. It doesn't have all the AI that the Sony camera have. I used to have a Sony A7R RV, and a great camera, but I got kind of bored from it because it was just to turn it on and aim it and take a picture, and everything was perfect every time, and it was a no-brainer camera, really. I also shot Leica for many years, and I really enjoyed using the Leica and the analog, sort of the manual feel of everything in the manual focus. I just love that. But of course, mileage varies, right? So what I like, you might not like. You might like the AI type of a camera, like a Sony, and it was a great camera, very, very good. But one of the reasons I bought the Hasselblad, it's not only because of the analog feel, it's also because it has this 10-stop IBIS, which means that you can do handheld shots even at 1 or 2 seconds. And I have done a few shots, like if I sit with my knee up fairly high and I lean my elbow on my knee and hold my camera like this, I can easily take a shot with a shutter time of 3 seconds, and it's tack sharp pretty much every time, and it really, really works well. So with that, I'm hoping that I will not have to use a tripod unless I'm doing like a focus stacking or something like that. Or if I'm doing a night shot and I want to see some stars or whatever, then of course, obviously you need to use a tripod. But other than that, on this channel, I will mostly focus on doing very, very basic things, just using the camera handheld and using as little editing tools as possible. I'm using Lightroom Classic, and I'm using Focus, which is a raw converter for Hasselblad. And just very, very basic tools. I have a polarizer filter and really nothing else. So that's it. So why did this attempt go so bad last week? So what happened is that one of the reasons that I'm at this cottage now, one of the reasons that I have a time out from work on a sick leave actually, is because I just really hit the wall, which I mentioned in the first video. And it's not good. Like, I'm one of the people that didn't believe in that kind of thing. I thought, well, everyone get tired when you work too much, but it wasn't like that. It was just like poof. It was like someone pulled the curtain down, and the symptoms are not good. I can tell you that much. So my doctor says that you need to just get away from responsibility for a few weeks, and then you'll probably get back to yourself again. So which I'm doing now. And one of the reasons that I hit this wall, I think, and the doctor thinks, is because of the fact that I don't want to take up space, and I don't want people to wait for me ever. I hate that, to see people are waiting for me. Like, who am I that makes people wait? And this is also one of the issues when I'm doing this filming, is that I feel like I'm occupying other people's time. But then again, I have convinced myself and resigned myself to the fact that people can just turn off. They don't have to watch. So it's all up to you if you want me to take your space or not. So that's a good thing. And that's also why I'm doing these videos, is so I can maybe get back to myself and not be so occupied with what other people think. But also, one of the reasons I hit this wall is because at work, and probably one of the reasons that I have succeeded quite well in the business I'm doing, is because I have a very fast pace, and I'm always on a mission. Things have to happen. It's like bang, bang, bang all the time, and I have no room for slow action. Like, things have to happen. And this is also the biggest problem too with my attempt on filming and doing photography last week. So what happened, I went out there, I had my Osmo Pocket 3 on the tripod, one hand camera in the other hand, and the camera on my chest. Everything was fine. I had learned just before I went out pretty much how to operate it, how to start recording, how to turn it on. and set the right modes. I put it in D-Log M, which I've seen other YouTubers do, and they seem to be happy with that. And everything seemed fine. So I went out in the field. I walked over down towards the shoreline, walking there, and of course it's very slippery there. You can't really tell because it's been very windy. It's been about between 5 and 10 degrees below zero, and those rocks, they get covered in ice. It's like a thin sheet of ice, completely covered, and then it snows a little bit, so the snow covers that and you can't really see, so it's treacherous, and you have to really go up and down these really big rocks to walk around there. So I was doing this, but I was trying to do everything so fast. I was just focused, and this is just how I'm built. I'm focusing on getting it done as soon as and as efficient as possible, but that does not work with photography and with filming yourself. And that's what I painstakingly learned last week. So when I came back to the cottage, I tried to do some photography. It was not really good because I just was not focused. My head was not in the right space. I came back to the cottage. I imported the video into Final Cut Pro, and I started watching it. And it was just like I got embarrassed looking at it. I was like totally out of breath trying to do everything so fast. And pictures were no good, and it was just a bad experience altogether. And I probably didn't need to be that much out of breath. It's just because I'm stressing so much, always stressing. So I have learned now that I will focus next time a lot about taking my time, focusing at the task at hand, setting up the camera, getting myself into view, which I did not do properly last week either. I discovered when I came back that I set up the Osmo Pocket on the tripod. Everything was fine, and then you can see me in there huffing and puffing like there's no tomorrow. Okay, so of course I did manage to fall over here. Stepped into what I thought was just snow on a rock, and it was like way deep. So I tipped over, but nothing got damaged. Holding on to the Hasselblad is like holding on to a beer. When you fall, you don't spill a drop from a beer. And of course I held the camera up and embraced myself with everything else. And I'm kind of lucky that I have this tripod, because that kind of works as a pole at the same time. And then I'm all of a sudden out of the view, and I didn't pay attention to it. And I did not pay attention to the camera on my chest. And then eventually the Osmo Pocket 3, which I recorded the first video with, I had not deleted the videos that I had recorded, so it ran out of space. And then I only had the camera on my chest. So it was all a bad experience altogether, and bad photography and everything. So I'm hoping that you can learn from my mistakes if you have kind of the same type of issues I have. And it's just not a good feeling, I can tell you that much. So that's all I want to say right now. I can't believe I actually showed you some clips of me huffing and puffing on the shoreline, but that's the embarrassing fact. And I think that I will get better next video. I think I will do a little bit better, and then maybe next one a little bit better again. So if you want to follow, if you want to maybe learn how you can get better at doing this as well, and if you want to see if YouTube actually will change my life and can change others' lives, more importantly, then please subscribe and hit like so the video gets spread. That would be great. I would really appreciate that. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Bye-bye.